It's time to let it go. What am I talking about? It's time to let it shine. It's time to let that light go. You know, we could be caught up in the darkness of this world, but all darkness is the absence of light. We gotta let our light shine. Now remember, I'm a teacher, not a speaker. And when it comes to light, when it comes to natural light, and our main source of natural light is the sun. The sun produces 7 different types of light, but as humans, we could only see one of them. Why am I saying that? Is because these 7 forms of light exist. We may only see one, and some of them may be stronger or weaker than the other if we were to actually compare them, but just know that they each have a function. They each have capabilities. So when I say I need you all to let your light shine, you need to let it shine in a way that you can maximize your impact, but in a way that it's you, because you are your best. Thank you, Dr. Eric Thomas. You are your best when you are you. So how is light produced? It's simply produced by electrically charged vibrating particles. So we got to get charged up. We got to take care of ourselves. We've got to be in our best shape, physically, mentally, spiritually, in all aspects. We got to be in our best because we got to get charged up, because all light is produced by electrically charged vibrating particles. So there's 7 different forms of light. I'm not going to get into all of them, but the weakest are the radio waves. However, they still have a use. Yes, we may say it's weaker. However, they still serve their purpose. And the strongest, we'll say the strongest two, would be X-rays, which we're familiar with. You could use those to see broken bones, but there's something known as gamma rays. And gamma rays are so powerful that they could penetrate steel, or they could actually penetrate through your skin and bone all the way down. And doctors use them to kill cancer cells and to weaken and to destroy tumors. But once again, if we were to look at the light waves, right, they're all made up of the same thing, but it's all about maybe we would say the density or the wavelengths, I should say. So the closer those waves are together, the particles of that wave, the wavelength, the closer it is together, the more energy that's within that wave. Now remember, there's 7 different forms of light. They each serve a purpose. One is not better than the other. And in the direct middle of that spectrum, of the electromagnetic spectrum, which are the 7 waves that are naturally produced by the sun, from the longest wavelength to the shortest wavelength, in the dead center, visible light, which is the white light. That's the light that we as humans use so that we can see. So, I almost forgot. One of the light waves that I wanted to mention were microwaves. What's the big deal with a microwave? They're actually a form of natural light. And when I said microwave, I'm pretty sure some of you all thought about the device. Quick history lesson, right? I'm a teacher. There was a scientist that was studying the electromagnetic waves, or the waves that are produced, the light waves produced by the sun. And while he was studying them, he had a chocolate bar in his pocket. And what do you think happened to that chocolate bar? It started to melt. So just him being in the lab, being in that environment, working on something using his skill set, or where he had that interest, he accidentally produced something. Accidentally produced something that is utilized in almost every home around the country. Okay, the microwave device was produced almost by accident by studying microwaves. So like in a former video, when I quoted Bruce Lee, when it said, "Be like water, be water, my friend," I'm gonna say, "Be like light, my friend," because light has different capabilities as well. Light has the ability to reflect. So when light hits an object, if it can't go through it, it's gonna bounce off. But in order for something to reflect well, that matter, okay, whatever that light comes in contact with, that surface has to be smooth. The smoother that surface is, the better the light reflects off of it. So think about that as we go through our challenges and processes. That's just like sandpaper in our life, making us nice and smooth. So when the light hit it, boom, it's gonna reflect off. light also has the ability to diffract, meaning that light is gonna bend because it's trying to go through something or it's going around it. We have to, instead of be like water, be like light. We're going to reach our destination. Light also has the ability to refract. These are light interactions, which means when light goes from one environment to another, it's gonna bend a little bit because it's going from, different matter, different density. So that's like us as humans. When we go from one situation to another, instead of bending, we're gonna pivot. So we're making those changes. And light also has the ability to do something known as interference. That's when the light waves overlap each other. But the thing about that's more like collaboration. Okay, if you have your light and I have my light and we bring them all together, that overlap, that interference, those waves could come together, something known as constructive interference. Okay, so the light coming together, and guess what? That means we're gonna cancel out more darkness, because all darkness is the absence of light. So I say once again, it's time to let it go, but we gotta let it shine. Let your light shine. Remember, I'm a teacher, not a speaker. Let's have an amazing day.